I want to talk about the fact that when we were on Festival Street, you were talking about the opening montage of Up, and you were like, she dies of old age. Who cares? Like,
Listen, thank you for bringing this up, because I'll say this on the podcast.
Okay, good.
Everyone says that the opening scene of Up is so sad.
Right.
Or is it the opening montage? I don't,
Yeah.
you know, the
It's
montage.
it's like 8
because
minutes
we were
long.
talking about the guy who did the score for that, also did the Batman score, and was also someone that we thought would be on a red carpet that we're gonna do, but he didn't show up. And and I was like, I don't fucking care. Like, I never watched that and got sad. Like, oh, she died of old age.
I definitely don't think it's the saddest thing in the world.
Yeah, but that's
like,
how everyone was acting.
Yeah, they definitely were.
And I was just like, I don't like. It's like, I get that you guys didn't have a kid, but like, so what?
You said verbatim, I'm sick of people acting like it's the saddest thing they've ever seen. I can think of horrors much worse than growing old with someone and they die.
Well, come on. Also, if I got possessed demonically, I wouldn't even notice it with everything else I got going on.
No, I understand that.
When I die, and don't get on here talking about he never bothered nobody. Yes, the fuck I did.
Yeah.
You are listening to Endless, Nameless.
Hi, I'm Maya Jones, and you killed my father. Prepare to die.
Hi, I'm Gabriella-rigakos, and I watched Lady Bird in theaters with my mom. This is Endless Nameless.
This is Endless Nameless.
If you recently have been keeping up with our shenanigans, you will see that we broke into TIFF.
We did. They allowed us into TIFF for a bunch of different things. And basically, like, it was crazy. Like, I don't even know really where to begin.
I don't know either. And if you want to know how it happened, I literally made us fake IDs.
Yeah.
And we got in.
We did.
No, that's not how it happened.
No, that's not how it happened. Oh, how it happened was I worked with somebody that was like, hey, do you want to do this? Like, months ago. And I was under the delusion for a really long time that it was going to happen. And I thought it was going to happen. And then maybe in August, like a month out, we were like, okay, it's time to get serious, figure out what movies we want to go see, what movies we want to be on the red carpet for, what movies we want to like try to talk to people and network with people about. Like, this was a big thing. Like, we were at OCAD with like a blackboard of like 75 movies, like talking about these people. I was like looking out the window, looking at the CN Tower, crying because I was having like
we had to cry a lot.
We cried a lot. Like, it was really nice because each of us took turns on like when we were freaking out. But I definitely think like out of it all, I feel like I'm always the crier. Like, I think that I like during TIFF I was crying, and like when we first were planning I was crying.
Yeah, that's like,
but that's just what happens, because you come to realize some things when you get put into a situation that like fits a little too perfectly with what you want and what your deepest desires are.
I know, literally, like,
and it like all accumulates into like who you are as a person, and it like really freaked me out.
Yeah, I never had a Pinterest board come to fruition.
Yeah,
like we were like sitting there like debriefing on the Pinterest red carpet looks board,
right?
And like we actually bought the outfit and then went on the red carpet.
No,
like,
it's
never
really weird
in my life have I ever experienced that before.
No, me too.
Even thinking about in August when you brought that up, and then me being like, okay, like let me make a Pinterest board. I'm like, this is not gonna happen. Like, we all didn't think that this was gonna happen.
Yeah, like, and so there was a moment where we were like, okay, it's not gonna happen. Like, let's just try to aim with like doing other stuff with the podcast. I think, well, we knew for sure we wanted to do something on Festival Street.
Yeah.
And we thought it was just gonna be like a man on the street thing. Yeah. Or like maybe we film an episode while Festival Street is happening. I don't know. Something like that. That didn't end up happening because like we actually did get information that, oh yeah, you're going to be put on 4 different red carpets.
I need to say this story.
Yeah.
I need to say, I'm so sorry, but
Okay.
like because we didn't think this was gonna happen, right? And like we had a list of all of the red carpets we wanted to go on. And me and Jack were at school. We were in this same class at the moment, and it was the day before like the first day of TIFF.
I remember because this was like the very beginning of September, right? Like this was like the almost, was it the had
it
school
was
already
literally
started?
The first week of school.
Was it
like,
the first day of school?
I think it was the first day of school.
Yeah, and you guys were in class, and I was was I here?
I don't know where you were.
I don't remember what I was doing.
Where you were. You
Maybe
weren't
I was at. I don't remember.
You were probably sleeping, if I'm being honest.
No, that's really
Wait,
true.
no, didn't we FaceTime you and you're at home and I think you just woke up?
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
okay,
Yeah, you're
so-
right. I literally had just woken up. By the way, it's like 3 p.m.
I was in a business of film class and I get an email called Red Carpet Call, Dix the Musical. And then me and Jacinta are just like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like literally no way that this actually happened.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave class because we didn't have enough time to like basically get all the equipment and then like write. And we spent, was that the night that we spent writing like so long, like into the night? Like,
yeah, that was it was it? Yeah, I think it was.
I swear.
Because you guys basically like we like through OCAD had like access to equipment, but because we wanted to do as many red carpets as we could and be kind of like more in control of everything, because that's just, we all work better together that way. We're not controlling. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And so like we had to get all of our own equipment, with the exception of like some cameras some mics and stuff like that.
We had to run around the city grabbing equipment.
Buy outfits at the
Yes.
Eaton Center on Labor Day.
Ew, that was so bad. That was like the
awful.
worst. I had to go into an Aritzia and try on pants. Like that is
No.
not like, I didn't need that.
No,
but
I
we
didn't
ended up getting
either.
really good outfits.
We got really good outfits. I feel like I can't wear my jacket like with anything else other than things that like we do now.
I know, like
it
that's the inaugural jacket.
Yeah,
if
those
we
are
didn't have
stage
the outfit,
costumes.
like we wouldn't be as good.
No,
like,
I genuinely agree with that.
It was just like the feeling of like having that suit and walking around in
Yeah.
here being like, okay, maybe I can actually do this.
No, exactly.
Because fast forward to when it happens, I was freaking out. I was like, I was like just weirded out. Like this, anyways.
It was, yeah. And like, wait, I just want to say also like this is like we find out about the red carpet maybe 2 days before it actually happens.
Basically like one day.
One
basically
day?
we get confirmed day of.
Yeah, and so like by this point yeah, you're right, it was like literally day of, and then we go to OCAD again and we have like an SNL writers room.
Yeah.
And like in the couple of weeks before TIFF, like we had all of this extra stuff about like, okay, we're gonna do this skit, we're gonna do these like man on the street things, we're gonna try and film all of this other stuff, and except for the skit, everything else got thrown out the window. But like, no, guys, like there is so much fucking work that like
I know
went into like the jobs of like we should not have had to do as much work with the outfits that we did,
like
but it was very important to me.
The funny part about it was that like this type of thing is done by a much larger team.
Yeah.
And when I tell you it was like us three and like a Starbucks drink,
No.
like it was nothing. Like
Yeah.
we did not have any. We had to figure out everything like basically by ourselves, and
I-
that's good because I don't like
yeah.
people telling me what the fuck to do.
No.
But it was really really stressful.
It was really hard to like researching all of the people who like we were told were gonna be there. And like when you Google, like there's no thing where you can Google like red carpet questions for first
that's what
timers.
I was saying. I was looking up like how to do red carpet for first time people,
Yeah.
and then like it doesn't exist
No.
because this what
this
the
doesn't
fuck?
happen to like normal people.
I know, so
like it
we had to-
doesn't.
like I wish I don't know. Like I think we figured it out well.
I think so too.
Because I was like so nervous I was gonna like throw up in the
Right.
Uber here the first night.
Yeah.
I was like no. Like this doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know what I'm doing here. Like
Yeah.
whatever. But then we like got to Festival Street. It was night and it was packed. And I've never been to Festival Street. Like I've
Me
been to the
neither.
festival, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been here when it was like popping like that.
I know. And then I was like, okay. It was actually like from then I've just felt like I feel like my energy of nervousness was matched by the energy of the packed nefarious King Street.
Yeah, immediately it transferred into like this really like exciting, cool thing.
Yeah.
And then we got in here into the stew, and there was like everything was buzzing. I went to go get food for us, and the band that was playing on the stage at Festival Street was playing like 1950s jazz music, and I literally felt like Miss Maisel. Like I was like walking down the street, and I was like, this is it. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like this is so lit.
Yeah.
I was getting A&W though. And
yeah, so I don't know if that like
that wasn't exactly where it was supposed to be, but like in my head, the elements were there. It's just like instead of A&W, I would hope it would be like a meal with vegetables. But
which you're not getting.
You're not getting here
at TIFF on King Street, like unless you want to spend $1 bajillion.
But Dick's went really good. Dick's was like
that was the best intro to a red carpet that I think anyone could have hoped for.
I think it was really awesome. Like everybody was so cool. The people that I was really nervous about the people that we were going to be beside, because you're packed alongside all of these other press people, and they're all like experienced industry professionals and we're not. Like we just immediately started talking like how we do right now into the mics, and there was a guy beside us who was like, I'm gonna listen to your podcast, like you guys are funny, and I was like, okay, thank God.
At least like there were definitely times where we were on the red carpet and people were like, what the fuck? Like we were there with like ET Canada and like
it was
CTV, CBC.
I think like that the Dix one was like the perfect situation for us to be put in, because it was like the right environment where people would like necessarily kind of get what we were doing, and like the level of like, I guess not professionalism, but like the level of like I guess more widely known, because the things where we had like ET and like CBC for was the Taika one and Dumb Money,
and those were
big.
The big red carpets are hard to do, I will say. Like it's hard to get people's attention. It's hard to like talk to people, and there wasn't many people, because the big red carpets are with like the big like production companies that had major issues with literally everybody involved. So we didn't really interview a lot of actors, except for like A24 one, because like I think A24
Hell of a Summer as well.
Hell of a Summer as well. Like all the production companies that are like that had solved their I think they solved their issues with the like actor and everything, or like either that or made a deal, or they're like not big evil one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
but like the first night went so well, and we were really hyped. Second day was
we did Dumb Money.
Was that Dumb Money the second day? I was like, I don't remember why Dumb Money felt like it was so much harder. Like maybe
there wasn't
it was just
that
because
many people,
I was tired.
but the people that were there were nice. Like the director and all of the composer and everything. They were nice. But it's also just like a big one, so there's like a bajillion people going through at all times. And it was like I never been there. I've only seen like videos of like the Roy Thompson Hall carpet, and I was just like, whoa.
No, it was really insane. And I think that also like there was a lot of people walking through that were like investors or influencers, and they did not want to talk to us.
Yeah, no. And like, then we're kind of just like,
we were just standing
I don't
there.
think it was an option to talk to them. Like, I'm sure maybe we could have tried, but it was just like, I don't know. We
did try to talk to the writers of Dumb Money, though, and
they shoved them away from us.
And the like writers themselves did seem like very apologetic. And,
it's not them.
I think they wanted to talk to us, but it's like
they were running late.
Yeah.
So
everything that happened was happening behind schedule. So we
that too.
Things that we like had had like lists of questions kind of just got scrapped. There was also this thing that I didn't know that people do this, but they would do a scrum where they like
us trying to understand what a scrum is.
Like no, because the first night for Dixon Musical, they like Bowen Yang is like close to us, and then the red carpet lady comes up and she's like, okay, we're gonna do a scrum, and then like gestures at the three of us, like me, Gabby, and the two other people that are beside us, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like
I know, literally.
Like, it's also definitely scrim, not scrum.
Oh, scrim?
I think it's
I
a
thought
scrum.
It was scrum.
Let me look this up. I actually remember it being called that.
But yeah, basically what it is that like the person talks to all like this group of media outlets, and then they get to maybe like each outlet gets one question, and you could all like share that kind of content together. Each time we got told we were going to be put in that, though, we didn't really oblige by that. We kind of just, but like, guys, like you're talking to us, like everybody, like you're talking to us, and like I had jokes written down, like you. No,
we're just like the loudest out of all of them, so they answered our questions.
Really funny, like you're talking, like there's these groups of people who are on like CTV and stuff, and we're being louder, and they're staying.
I know
longer.
That was weird. I don't know if it was just like a chiller environment because it was the strike and there wasn't actors and all that, but like. We were always the loudest, and we like got and I was like, okay, like guys, like
it's really crazy
up.
That we were literally louder than Carlos of YTV fame.
Yeah, Carlos of YTV fame was there. Didn't get to talk to him,
no,
but like
Priyanka was there too.
Priyanka was there.
Both times, like I looked at them and I was like. And then like I just turned away. Like I turned around and like couldn't do it. Like, but yeah, Taiko was like the third day. No, wait, actually.
No, then we took a break on Saturday, and then on Sunday we did Next Goal Wins and Hell of a Summer back to back.
Yeah, I think Saturday was fun though because we got to just like film like our own stuff that we wanted to do, and
we filmed the skit, and that was just so fucking fun.
It was
to
so
run
fun.
around and make a scene in public on camera was so
and
fun.
it was so lit because like we had like a boom and we had like a camera and like we were just like a group like running around through like the bands and like the streets because festival street's still happening, and I was just like this, and people didn't even care because they saw the boom mic and they were like in the movies.
Yeah, I know. They
were
like, whatever. So people came up to us and asked us what we were doing, but it's like, it's free range out there. Like, it wasn't like ever like stop.
It was really fun though. Like I genuinely like more skit stuff for Endless Nameless will be coming hopefully.
Because it was just like,
it feels
really
right. It feels really right. To be fair though, like it's everything that we're doing is so
stressful,
and so unorganized because we're three people. I don't have the skill or the knowledge to be doing this. I didn't like write it. Like this skit idea was something that I came up with, and I didn't write a script or anything. I like drew pictures to explain to Jack and Gabby what I was like thinking of doing, and then like
it's not like it's like you're knowledgeable, you know what to do, you just like
I just don't have the language to be able
and
to,
I just
like,
don't think you have to have that.
I don't think so.
I get what you're talking about,
but also like I don't understand why it's so like crazy and left out of field because people make storyboards for things all the
Okay,
time.
but we need to insert a picture here of when you got stressed writing your cue cards and had to resort to little images.
Before every red carpet, we would write out our cue cards like we were doing like a grade 7 like
Speeches,
assembly, like and we would be, and then at a point you're like, oh, I can't write this all in time, and then you start writing emojis on the card. But like it helps because then I have to read this and I have to think about and remember it hard enough to be like, okay, well this obviously associates with this image, and like now I like it makes sense, guys. Like it makes sense for me. It does. I get what
like,
you mean when you do it.
Like, and I just feel like it's more effective for me to do something visually than to have it written out, because if it's all written out and it's all like, and it's messy and I don't care, I'm like, it's going to be of no help to me.
No. I think it is important to say, like, we are never doing things professionally.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing things like that.
No,
like, we would not be good with a script. I know that that's not it.
Yeah.
But like,
I think that we definitely could have been more organized in like some aspects, but I don't think that it's like we need to write lines, because I think that we're better off just riffing off of each other. Yeah. And going off of what happens around us too.
No, literally for the red carpet too, and the skit and everything we did there. Yeah.
Because there, especially with all of those situations, there were things that happened that we could have never predicted. Like when we were filming the skit, that like the back spot cheerleaders just started piling through, and we were like, whoa, like that. We couldn't have written that. So like it was really fun though. I like literally am so like giddy and like happy like talking about it, and like I know it happened so long ago, but I genuinely feel like
it's literally almost a month ago, and we've actually just been like recovering since then, because we had to start school during TIFF. Yeah. Finish TIFF, do all of the like post-production for TIFF that's literally not even done yet. It's not even done. And then do school. Yeah. And I'm in fourth year.
Same time, you're like, fourth year, I'm third year, and then we're just like talking about like our feelings through it too.
I know.
And then like trying to plan like how can we do this again, because I think it was the last night of like all of this where we were like all kind of just sitting there thinking like, I'm gonna get addicted to this. I don't think that I could like I need to do something like this again, and I don't know what the next scheme is for us to do that, but if anybody wants think like, us to interview on red carpet.
No, like interviewing, like it's really fun. I feel like we really discovered that we like doing that, which it's not something that I even really like knew. And if I'm like gonna be like earnest, like whatever the fuck Maddie Healy word.
That's such a Maddie Healy word.
But that's how I feel. Like it was just like I don't even know how to explain it. We were just there and we're like, yeah, this is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah,
like, this is like it. This makes sense. And we like felt, not to like toot our own horns, but we fell into it very quickly. We weren't perfect.
Yeah.
You can see we're really awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
But it was also like, damn, like we actually just did that like out of the, like that came out of like pure desperation.
No, it
like,
really did. And like a lot of like things that we wrote, like questions that we wrote just kind of came like so naturally where we were like, okay, well, we're like the dumb money one. Like obviously we should say what's the dumbest thing you've ever spent your money on. Like instead of just like, I don't know, more typical questions. There was such a worry though while we were doing this because we were told before this started that we had to be like really professional and like we had to make a lasting impression so that we could maybe get to do this next year. And I was really worried about us being funny
and then not liking that. But like we weren't gonna ask the same questions. By the way, we're so low on the bar of red carpets. The first people are always the mega media corporations, or always the CBC and the CTV and whatever. Yeah, they're gonna already
That's
ask
where Carlos
the question.
was.
That was Carlos. Peace and love to Carlos though. Like come on the podcast.
No,
for
like
real.
that would be so awesome.
That would be lit. I would love that. But like not like hating on that. I'm just saying like they're like. First, they're going to ask all the obvious questions first and the questions that people, the general public want to know. So we were never going to go in there and ask that. Like we couldn't do that. Like we needed to like be a little bit funny. Yeah. Like we wanted to. So, and like, I think we were worried about that, but it went well. Like everybody there's actually really, really nice.
Yeah, and like, everybody was really like receptive to like us.
And I think they just went through like a round of serious questions. Not that those are bad, but they already did that, and then they came to us, and then they're like, okay, I feel like
silly. I feel like it was pretty refreshing, especially like with. I think with Dix and Hell of a Summer were probably like the best ones. Yeah. Next School Wins was really crazy for me. That's the one that I cried before we even got there. And like I like was literally freaking out because I like look up to Taika like so much. I think he's so cool. And then I didn't know what to ask him though because I knew it was like he was the only big celebrity that was going and we would have like one question. And I didn't know what how to narrow.
I think your question was good.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I liked it.
And then like him not understanding the updog joke like did like break my soul a little bit. And I like had to like but then afterwards, like when we talked to, I think it was the production designer, like came in right after. Yeah. And that was good too. Like it just that like things there were like really hard. And it's hard like logistically too because like there's two of us and like we're trying to look at the people but also look at the camera.
I know,
but,
we did have a crazy setup.
There's people like pushing us out of the way and then we have like cords, like everybody else is like Bluetooth.
Yeah,
and,
everyone brought like their iPhone. Like and it's like no hate on iPhones, but like we did not have an iPhone. Yeah.
No, people had like that's crazy is like CTV is literally filming their journalism with an iPhone and like a ring light you buy from Amazon. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And I did watch the CTV person next to us run out of storage on her iPhone during
mid-interview.
That's so crazy.
You like tapped me and you pointed and I'm like,
yeah.
Shit.
Some people are really mean too. Like when we were on the dumb money carpet, there was a person beside us that was so mean.
Like she wasn't like of a major corporation, so it's not even like you could like I don't know what she was. Yeah, and she was like beefing with her sound and camera guy.
So crazy.
Like
I felt
live
so
on
bad
the
for him.
scene.
Yeah.
She was like.
I don't even remember what it was about, but like it really.
Like, no, can you just put the microphone over here? Can you just do this? And then I don't remember like, but she was asking to do things that like weren't realistic to like how sound or camera works. No,
and like when she was talking, like
she kept messing up.
Yeah,
and she would be like, "Fuck." Okay.
It was literally that one video.
Yeah,
I know what you're
talking about. I know what you're talking about. She was literally like that.
What it was.
And we were just like sitting there like.
Like the horrors, like there are some horrors that go down at TIFF, like it's crazy, and like it just there's so much that happens, like, but it is crazy, guys. Maybe this is a bad thing to say. It's crazy the things you can get away with if you are dressed nice and you look like you you belong there. You have like a power walk and you're like,
and you have like
hello.
A lanyard of some sort.
Yeah, like,
but when we went up to our first red carpet, like the security guard's like. He like blocked us a little bit. He's like, "Where are you going?" Yeah. You're like, "Press," and he's like, "Okay." Like he said, like, "We'll see."
No, like he literally was like, he's like, "I don't believe you."
I know. And then like we went up there, and there was always a little bit when we went up to the press line of them being like,
"Yeah."
Like,
there was. I think it was when we first got to Dix, and that was the night that we all wore the berets, and there was one of the big media people like looked at us and like went. And I'm so serious. And then
I
like,
believe you.
and like it was literally like like I just looked and I was like, yeah.
No, I'm like, I get it because
like,
it's just like, who
yeah.
are we? But like, that's the joke of it all,
Yeah,
I
it
suppose.
also is like it was really funny when like people would ask us like, what outlet are you with? And then we would say, and they're like, what?
Yeah, we're with our fuck ass podcast.
Yeah, we're with. This is
It's yeah. I don't know
No.
if in between. No. In between Next Goal Wins and Hell of a Summer was like, I don't know how many hours. That was the craziest down bat. Like it was so over.
Yeah,
like it was
that's
actually like
true.
over as fuck.
Oh my
like,
God,
we were
yeah.
lying on the floor. We just had nachos. We were lying on this floor right here,
Yeah.
and we're just like, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
No, I don't know
Like-
how we're gonna do it. Like I had to, and then we had to watch like a show to like get our like spirits back up. Like we had to just watch.
We had to watch like a bunch of edits.
Yeah,
and
we had to watch
be like,
something. I think you guys had to watch edits. I had to go and drink a beer. Like I literally had to leave and go have a beer. Like I had to go leave, and then like we almost fell asleep, and like it just
and we had to be like.
yeah.
Like I don't know like what came out of us, but it was like our last one.
It was
and
our
we're just like,
final
fuck,
hurrah,
like-
and thank God something possessed us because that was the best.
that was
like,
just fun. It's like even the people that were there were just energizing.
yeah.
So it was like
it was really awesome when we were walking from here to the carpet. It like the three of us in a row. You were saying like it feels like the ending montage, like Back in Black should be playing.
yeah, I
and
know
the-
because we had many schemes going into that carpet.
Yeah.
All that you have seen, all that came to fruition.
Oh my God,
We had
yeah.
because we wanted to do the Billy yearbook thing
Right.
and the Finn Wolfhard thing.
Do you want
The-
to explain Finn Wolfhard was here a little bit more? For
Yeah,
the
because this
listeners
is
at
Jack's
home?
conception.
Because
like,
this is a really like thing that is like coming into the making of
Yeah.
something that we didn't even think could have been
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, that's the thing, because people think that we found out we were interviewing Finn Wolfhard and then went out a bunch of places and wrote Finn
Yeah.
Wolfhard was here everywhere.
Not the case.
That's actually not true, Ellen, because in fact, I started doing that in like March,
yeah, it was
just
early
'cause-
this year.
just because I don't know how it must have been.
Wasn't it February though? Because we saw
actually, yeah.
February was when you can explain it more, but like
Well, we started to find out. We heard things around the neighborhood,
right, there were rumblings
around Little Italy, that Finn Wolfhard was hanging out at all the same places we do.
Yeah,
And it was
like,
on
really
Deux
weird.
Mois. That
It was on Deux Mois
He was
one
at the
time.
same bar that we the same.
Yes, and
night
that day,
as
and I will
us.
say the significance of that day was like we were premiering our documentary
yeah.
at that bar, and then the next day we wake up and it says he was at that bar, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is. What the fuck are you talking about?
And it's
like,
not
that he
like a
had
big-
any cognizance of that.
It's
but
not
it
like a
was just
big
funny.
bar, but like he's the type of person where it's like if he was there, I probably wouldn't have even noticed. Like it's very likely that
That's
he
the
was
thing.
there.
Okay, so what? It just started because I was drunk one night at one of the places that people had said he hangs out, and I was like, "What am I gonna write on this on the wall?"
I'm
of
writing
this bar
something.
backer?
Yeah.
So, and I was like, "Well, Finn Wolfhard was here, so why don't I just write that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I thought it was funny that everyone was like freaking out because it was like, oh, a celebrity
Yeah.
was like here, but he's just like a guy.
And then someone later on wrote fake, and like so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that was in response to like
Somebody
actually that
wrote
was after we
fake.
released
Wait,
it.
that wasn't you guys.
No.
No, dude, I crossed my dick and swear to balls. Like that was literally when I actually promised. Like I'm being earnest again. Like
You're
that
being
was I
earnest.
went down to the bathroom in that bar
Yeah.
in bruh bar, and I saw the like fake.
No, because I showed up to that bar like half an hour, 15 minutes before you guys did, and went
Yeah.
down there and saw it, and fake was not written there yet.
I think it was Amber.
Do you think so?
No, I went down with Amber.
Oh.
I don't know. If
It
any of
wasn't
them went
me.
down.
It was not me. Like I didn't even go down to the bathroom
Okay, well,
when
this
that
is a
happened.
mystery.
Well,
this
Someone
is interesting. If
confess.
anybody wants to fess up
Yeah.
as this person, we would
then-
love to talk to you.
Yeah,
actually.
we would love to know.
It's probably
Um,
it literally probably is just like one of our friends.
Yeah.
But like I was like actually bamboozled by that.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Also,
it is fake.
Our timer has like stopped. My
Oh, yeah, 'cause
computer
you-
went into the word of the day mode, so I don't know if you're timing or
I'm
what.
timing.
Okay, cool.
It's okay. But anyway, yeah. Just
Whatever. Give up. It's fine.
Whatever, give up.
To sum up the bit,
It
just spiraled out from there. And
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because it's such a dumb bit.
Yeah.
And and then other people got in on it, and now all over the city.
It's all over the city. And to be clear, the one in the interview that he said, "Oh no, that's the one I did," is the one that's at Casa Loma in one of the towers, like the lookout towers, which I think is so funny.
Was he being serious about that?
Well,
Was he
no,
being
like I think he was
serious?
just joining in on the bit.
Okay.
and, like, I
Because
think-
I've had people ask, like, was that actually? And
Yeah,
I'm like, to be honest with you, I was blacking out on adrenaline when we
Yeah.
because we had to basically, like, we had this cornucopia of pictures of Finn Wolfhard was here. And we're like, holy fuck, he's going to be at
Yeah,
TIFF.
like-
And it's like, how do we not, like, use that? And then I have... My roommate went to the same university,
The same redacted high school.
as Billy, and then like I think I was talking about it with her, and she's like, "Oh well, I have his yearbook," and I'm like, not his, but like a yearbook with him in it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, how? Like we were basically given.
We were given two beautiful pieces
I know
of
a joyous puzzle.
yeah, and I think it was so awesome because I knew that they would be like down with that. Like I think that maybe initially like would be a little bit confused and like thrown off because they think they're doing like serious press and have to be taken seriously. And then it's like us like like doing that stuff. And
yeah, but we weren't like
yeah.
like how do I say this? We weren't like we didn't like learn about them and then be like we're gonna like initiate a bunch of things.
No,
like,
this was literally something that like our friend group like they just naturally had come up because they are like Toronto like locals in a way,
and that's
like
what's so funny about it.
And like we're like low key in similar circles, so like it just these were bits that like we had already been talking about, and I think that's beautiful.
But there
like,
was so much stress. That's why when we were walking to that red carpet, there was so much stress because it's like. We got one shot.
Yeah.
We have one shot.
Yeah,
To
I had to
joke to fruition.
rehearse the Finn Wolfhard thing so many times.
I think yours required much more rehearsal than mine.
Yeah.
Mine, I was just
Yours
like,
was
"Can you sign my
chill."
yearbook?"
Yeah.
Like mine was like chiller, but like sorry, I keep moving this. We
okay.
really were like this
Right.
has to work.
Yeah.
Which we didn't even know. Like sometimes you don't even get time with them.
Yeah.
And we basically did it. We just like kind of forced it.
No,
but-
we did, but like I think that they really enjoyed it, and if Finn and Billy, if you guys want to come on and talk about the movie or the bits more, please do.
Yeah,
we would love to
literally.
have you. Anyone from Hell of a Summer, honestly,
Literally.
that was just like it was so refreshing. It was so much fun. Everybody that we were talking to, I felt like I could talk to as a normal human. And then like the questions that we had were really fun and people would understand them. And it was just like, it was such a key. And then the movie was so good.
The movie was so fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
I actually like. I was so glad that we saw it.
Me
like,
too.
Especially like opening night. Opening night, Midnight Madness. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Like do what you got to do to get there because
Yeah.
it is like I've been to two. I've been to two opening night Midnight Madness.
That was my first one I'd ever been to.
And
I mean, technically 3, but
but the one that we went to on one of the last days of TIFF was kind of a
the
peace
best.
and love to that person. Like I know that they poured their whole heart into that, but it was just
I was dying at that point. I could no longer partake in.
I think
TIFF.
that like throughout TIFF, I definitely got sick. That was another part of that made like doing some of the red carpets really difficult for me, was that there was something going on with my sinuses and still is, where like my ears got blocked off. So I think when we were doing Dumb Money, I couldn't hear you guys. Like you guys would like be asking me for stuff and I would literally be like, what? Like I couldn't, and I promise to God I was not trying to be like a bitch. I legitimately could not.
I didn't think you were being a bitch. I was just like confused.
No, I literally
it was
couldn't
just like
hear
that
you
scene
guys.
from Always Sunny where Charlie's like responding even though he's
Yeah.
not hearing what he's saying.
No, like
What do you
literally.
think is going on right now?
But it was literally because I was like having medical problems, but we had to like hustle and I could
No,
not
there
like
was like
stop.
no time. Like
Yeah.
if you fainted,
Like,
like get back up.
No,
like, it
exactly.
was,
Like I think that also like each night too, we were staying up so late because we would have to like edit and upload things to
and
like
write
drive
for the next day
and write and figure out what we're wearing. We would have to like eat food and then like a whole deal. Like, and then I think, we also went to like a networking party one of the nights.
That party was the craziest thing I ever experienced because I don't go to parties that have open bars.
Yeah.
So I was like,
first of all, we got put onto a guest list for a party with grown-ups and an open bar.
Grown-ups, like we're not 21, bro.
There were grown-ups there. In comparison to us, there were grown-ups.
Yeah, there was like a lot of people there that we knew still, but then there was like a whole other sector of TIFF people that were there. So it was like every 30-year-old in TIFF and like the recent graduates of Cunt and Servant University. That's how you described it. Because like a bunch of our friends were there too. It was like really. It was really interesting. I just like never had gone to a party like that before.
No, and it was not really even a party. It was like declared as like a networking event, but like I don't know how to do that. Like I tried at a certain point. I did try to go up to some people who I recognized, and I tried to be like, "Hey, oh my God, this was the other thing too." But I like that was that was really natural. Like I didn't mean to do that. But when we first got up to the front of this bar or like club, I don't know what it was. And we were like, we're on the list, and like I say my name, and like, and the girl looks at me and she goes, a comedian, and then like pushes me into like the fucking like thing like.
Because we had to like put our name or like professions down. So I don't remember what I think I put writer director. And you put comedian and producer. And then
but I think I think that they really were like, oh my God, one comedian is coming. And it's like, guys, like it's me. Like it's not a real
a comedian.
Yeah, no, like they got so excited. Like I legitimately got really scared that they were gonna ask me to like do something. Like,
oh, you need to do a try 5 right now. We're like getting late.
I'm not that kind of comedian. Like it's not gonna happen.
That's really like people's reaction to like us saying we're comedians sometimes or like insinuating comedy is like it's never normal. Ever once.
No, there's always a little bit of like surprise and almost a little bit of like pity in a way. Like it's almost like a little bit like, oh, like you want to be a comedian? That's so cute.
It's like actually bad, but it literally is how it is.
Yeah, like, but you know what, guys?
And they put us on this like little area where they took a picture. They had a photographer there.
Oh yeah, like a Getty Images photographer.
And I will be honest with you. I searched this guy's Getty Images and looked everywhere. He did not put our pictures up. He excluded our pictures.
Out of everybody?
Yes, he put everybody's picture up except for ours. Maybe not except for ours. Maybe there's a few other people, but like he literally didn't put our picture up. And I was trying to serve like
we were literally serving like we did so many good like.
No, we were like, I was like ready to be like, guys, we have a Getty Images photo of us. Like,
I'm gonna be so excited
with you guys. And then he was like, no.
When was the last time you checked it?
I don't know, a long time ago. I don't think he would have like uploaded them 3 weeks after. Guys, if we get that Getty Images picture, if he's listening, he's not listening. If anyone can get us a Getty Image picture of us, like we need that for our egos right now. Like we literally need that. We have to put it on Google Images right now. No, that was just like really embarrassing that I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for this picture. And like it doesn't exist.
I know. That's
Being
such a
excited
bummer.
for a Getty Images picture is just embarrassing on its own. But like there was actually people there like with their names under the picture. Like so and so director.
No, there were like a lot of directors there who were like premiering movies that I wanted to see, and I was really scared and didn't talk to them. I think I talked to one of their like wives or something like that.
That's because like when you mix like industry professionals with like clowns, I just don't really know what to do.
I know.
That's the other thing.
That is the other thing, because there were a number of people that we talked to, and like when we were like, I'm a comedian, we have a podcast, we're doing press for the red carpet. To them, it's like to people that we talk to every day, they're like, cool. To them, they are like, we do not give a fuck. Like if you have like, if you're like Alex Cooper, cool, yeah, like let's do something. But like we do not give a fuck about what you're doing.
Yeah, it's quite the experience.
Yeah.
But all of that was like a learning experience.
Yeah, I think
the party itself was pretty fun.
Yeah, I got really fucking drunk and I had to leave.
Because they have an
open bar and I abused it really hard, like way too quickly, because I realized that I was in this situation where like I felt like kind of a fraud, and I needed to be like really charismatic. And so I just abused the open bar.
Shout
and
out to our friends who showed up there too and were hanging out with us.
Oh yeah, they were like having a like they were
like,
so lit.
Like that was just like we needed that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it gets a lot.
No,
you know?
yeah, it was really fun though. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And then like. Yeah, so that was the third day. We abandoned
We're like
this whole.
going. There's no chronological timeline.
Yeah, there's no
this.
real like timeline. But
I don't
then
know what else to
then
say,
the next
though.
day
like,
was
that's basically everything that like happened.
Yeah, basically just like we put so much work into it. I think that there will be a video that comes out of like more behind the scenes stuff, and then stuff of us just messing around on the carpet. Yeah. So look out for that, and maybe something with the Dumb Money and Next School Wins carpets where we interview people, because those were kind of lackluster, so we didn't really upload them, but they're there. We'll do something with them. Yeah. And more skits in the future, even though the first one isn't up yet, but
it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Actually, it potentially could be up by now.
By the time you're watching
I get my shit together.
We'll see.
We'll see. Guys, don't look at my editing when you watch that. Just pretend that I didn't edit it or I'm not.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like the schemes for Endless Nameless for the future, is that like we're going to keep doing this, but like there's more like things that we're going to.
And there's truly like we'll like keep talking about our lives, but like right now there actually is like nothing to our lives other than that, because now
like,
we're just going to school.
Yeah, going to school, going to work, and I'm really tired of all of it. Like, it was really, really, really awful for me to finish TIFF and then have to go sit in a lecture where, like, TIFF where we're, like, having fun and we're talking about, like, art in a really cool way. Everybody's, like, really funny and having a good time. And then sitting in a lecture and being like, here's how to analyze the context and change the frames of all of the blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, guys, I can't do this. Like, so this is the only thing that brings me joy now. So, yeah. And I don't know, I think we've been talking about this a lot and like getting like very like existential. And I think it is just a thing that happens when like people our age are in this point of life, because other people I go to school with are going through this like
it's not just us.
No, it's like
all.
going through like a very exact same thing where it's like now it's reaching a point of school where like the competition is like upping itself so much, but that innate need where you feel like your stuff is really good and you like don't really know how to express it and you don't really know what to do is like reaching a point.
It's reaching a boiling point. Like, I don't know, like we're 21, like we're almost done school. Yeah. And then it's like, first of all, it's like, what the fuck do I do? What do I do now? Because I'm literally a fucking fartist. Like, I don't know, like, what to do with my life. Like, there's no explanation for, like, most artists, like, what do you call it? Career paths.
Right.
Because they change, like, every 5 years.
Right.
So you're sitting there, and then you're also just gonna, like, if you move to Toronto and you go to art school, you're gonna feel like a fraud. I have an announcement for you. Like, get used to it.
No,
and that's, like, what it's gonna be like. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know what specifically... It's just the gesture of all of it.
It really is.
It's just, I don't know what to say.
It's just because, like, I just feel like... And I think for me, like, each year that I've been in school, I've changed my idea of what I wanted to do so drastically. And now I'm finally feeling like, okay, this, like, feels, like, really right. But then I'm like scared like that if like one, because I'm not like super good at it right away, which is just like totally unrealistic and I need to get over that. Yeah. Two, because there's other stuff with like music that I really want to do still. Yeah. And then the gesture of it all too, where it's like, well, all of these like the things with like the sketches and the podcast and music is like, it's not ever going to be done in a way that like I really feel like I have people to look up to. Like, we need a mentor. Like, we just need a mentor so bad.
We need some bitch who knows like how to be silly to like tell us how to be more silly.
Yeah. So
like, yeah, we're taking
mentor applications. If anybody sees what they like and they're like they could be better, if we just take them under our wing.
Oh, I was gonna say something about. Oh, I also have gotten to a point in my life that I would like to announce to everybody. I am done with not going to school, but like I've just discovered that like, and I think maybe other people can relate to this too, but they're stuck in school as well. Is like school's not the place that I actually can make art at Like,
Yeah.
it's not, and like,
Which is crazy that we both go to art school and it literally
and it just
feels
like doesn't
that way.
work for us. And like,
No.
I think it's good for people whose art works in school.
Yeah.
Like that's like, it's not, I'm not like good. Like
Yeah.
that school's a really good way of like giving you resources.
Yeah.
But I can't do that. Sometimes I feel like I
Yeah.
just can't make one more thing under the supervision of like a school system.
No, me too.
So
like I had that recently because I was
know.
trying to talk to you guys about like things that I've made for school and like things that I've made in the past few years, and it's like there's nothing in there that I am like I would proudly show people and be like, this is my art, other
Yeah.
than maybe like some of the stuff that we've done so far. And it's just like I don't
think
know.
that
There's
that's just,
nothing
it's like a
like
real thing.
even things now, like even things like recently that I made though, I'm just like ass.
It's very possible that like school is just not for you. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
OCAD Live is gonna like cut all of this out.
Oh, we can't put this in there.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
I
Cut.
don't think that they're going to be mad about it though, because I think that like it's really important for like us to like actually talk about it, because like they like I don't really care. Like I don't really care if like you like think that like, because there's a whole part of like going to art school where it's like you're gonna realize like that you're because you're put into a situation with so many different people and people that want so many different things, and you get like funneled into being that way uniquely yourself. And so there's like so much like competition, and then you're like, oh shit, I don't actually know who I am.
Yeah.
But then whatever.
Sometimes it's not for you.
Yeah.
And what can you do?
I'm literally gonna get like expelled.
You're
if I,
getting expelled immediately.
Yeah.
Also, the FNAF poster just curled. I can't stand for this. Yeah, I don't feel like I go to
Yeah.
school with people who respect FNAF
Yeah,
or Arctic Monkeys.
that's really true. Also, guys, I went to the hospital like while all of this happened
okay,
too.
side story time.
Side story
it was
time.
Newly Blonde.
It was new-
Saturday night.
Okay, so since TIFF, like we have been in recovery and going to school, and so like and working. So the only times to like we've actually been able to like meet out. Holy shit! To go
Beat out?
with the only times we've
Beat
been-
out what?
I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking about? Don't come like today I found a video called Tyler the Creator Funniest / Most Sus Moments.
Yeah.
And it's like all of him being like, I lick ASAP Rocky's braids, like all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then but I'm like, this came out 2 years ago, like he was already out. Like, why are you
That's
saying most sus,
sus
moments? Like
moments.
the suspicion is confirmed. Like it's not like he likes men.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to tell you.
So we could only like meet up to beat each other off like on Saturdays,
Yeah.
and so
like
but each Saturday, because of all of these like literal existential crisis things and like the stress of life and being a jester and being a student, each time like for 3 weeks I've literally been like freaking out like before we're about to go out. And then I've also been like
craziest
sick,
concoction.
like literally sick since the very first night of TIFF. And so we went to the comedy bar the night of Nuit Blanche.
yes, we saw
and
some silly stuff, but you left
I
before
couldn't
it
even
started.
before it even started. I thought I was gonna throw up, and I was standing like in the bathroom of the comedy bar, and there's so many like there's the bathroom is packed, and I'm looking there. I'm like, I'm not throwing up in the comedy bar.
The
That
way
is a
you're, like-
punchline in itself. That's so embarrassing. I'm not doing that.
The way you have to draw the line at like the location that you threw up at. You're
No.
like, I can't throw up at the comedy bar.
No, because I can't. Because I knew that if I did that, that would be a thing that like I would constantly be thinking about and constantly bring up. And I'm like, no, like that's just like that's
just
too
can't
easy.
have that on your
it's
legacy.
too easy of a joke for me to throw up in the comedy bar. Like it's literally a throwaway. Like I can't do that. And so I went home and I felt like I was gonna throw up more and more. And then I was like, thinking through my head, and I'm like, it's been weeks and I'm nauseous. I like can't hear. I'm coughing. Like everything feels awful. I have to go to the hospital.
Yeah. So
And-
then, meanwhile, me and Jacinta watched the show. We left.
Yeah.
I remembered it was Nuit Blanche, so the entire city is Roblox to me. Like the subway is open all night. People are walking around at all hours of the night. I'm like, I have to go run around. Like it's literally Roblox. It's GTA right now. It's GTA right now. And I'm like, okay, so we start running around. We get McDonald's. We eat it. We go like hang around in the ROM, like just because it's nighttime and I can just like be in the vicinity of the ROM right now. It's so fun to me. And then we're like walking through like Queens Park, and then we're like damn, Maya would have loved this. There was like a rave with weird ass people, and then we like FaceTime.
Maya would have loved.
No, you would have found it funny.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, we need to FaceTime her, and you pick up in the hospital. And I was like,
I literally.
damn.
Also, the first thing before you FaceTime me, I sent like a meme that was like
the Markiplier.
the
meme?
Markiplier in the hospital, but it just says Maya in the hospital.
But I thought you were
Thinking-
just like, oh, I'm sick.
No,
Like-
I like figured that if I was gonna tell you guys that I was in the hospital, I had to do it via meme. So I just thought that was like the perfect.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Like I
like-
get that you would do that, but that's just
Yeah.
like really funny. You're like, I
Yeah.
need to announce my hospitalization via Markiplier. meme.
Yeah, like I figured
mean,
that
Come on.
I can't.
What does he say? Welcome back. Today we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that was suggested to me by you guys. I like know it a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, Markiplier.
I know it a little bit. You just said the whole intro word for
No,
word.
I'm not like verbatim. I can do
Right.
better if I practiced. So.
Okay, yeah. So I was in the hospital for like literally 8 hours. You guys came and visited, which was really nice.
Yeah. 3 a.m. Gotta go visit you. In the
Yeah. And then I'm really bummed that I didn't get to see Nuit Blanche. Maybe next year.
It's okay.
But
Don't worry.
Yeah, but it's like whatever. And they really didn't do anything to me. Like I got my chest x-rayed.
That's good though. You needed that.
Yeah, I really did. I'd been like
You just had to do it in an
separately
emergency.
separately meaning to get a chest x-ray. I was told to get one maybe in like April, and I was too scared, so I didn't. But then it reached a certain point, so
And by the way, when you go to Nuit Blanche, I'm just gonna be mean right now. I think when you go
Right.
to Nuit Blanche, like I can see you're from Mississauga, like
yeah.
fucking, and yeah, oh, I'm from Mississauga, whatever the fuck. No, but like you annoy me. The sheer amount of fucking OFSA silver medalists that were running around in Nuit Blanche was just like so aggravating.
Yeah.
Like the GO train doesn't even fucking go back to Mississauga at that
Oh yeah,
hour. Like, I
you're
don't know what your
literally
plan was.
you're a Nuit Blanche no way home at that point.
No, yeah, you have to like wait till it ends and then take the train back.
That's
Maybe
crazy.
The Milton line doesn't even fucking. There's a lot to do with it. I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
just like people there did it. Like I don't know. I think I will say that people did annoy me there,
There is something about it that is like quite annoying.
and
but
it's like, and I will make fun of people from Mississauga. Yes, I'm from Mississauga.
yeah, but there's also just like a little like a dream that like 14-year-old Maya had that was like I have to be able to run around Toronto at night. And
Yeah, that's
why
true.
I like Nuit Blanche.
I get that, but
yeah.
I get that.
So that's been like the last month of our lives.
Yeah. We
Basically,
also went to Indie Sleaze Night. I will say very quickly.
Oh
we
my
went
God.
to Indie Sleaze Night, and
Yeah.
how do I summarize this quickly? I can't.
we jumped on stage and I controlled the crowd.
Yo,
and
505
we
was
became
lit
rock
because of
stars.
us.
Like
and it was we did
Yeah.
the 3 song run that we did.
Yeah.
505. This is what the DJ just played last night and fell in love with a girl.
So good.
One after another. I was on that stage. I was to pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like it was, dude. Like that
was
was
really,
that
really
was
good.
actually like like
Yeah.
I was felt sick until I went out and drank and did that.
Mm-hmm.
So that just shows that the healing powers of the fucking Arctic Monkey Strokes and White Stripes
Yeah.
run that it can do to you. I would
yeah,
say.
I'm in a very indie sleaze phase of my life right now. Everything that I'm feeling just like feels really right to be playing that stuff. So to segue it into media, guys.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I've just been bumping so. Oh my
Or-
god!
or- This says something about society.
It actually does.
No one understands how good FNAF is gonna be.
I'm genuine. I feel like you have, but yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, so my media is I have a playlist right now, and I need to. It's called. It's not my on repeat. I'm like really annoying, and I named it Modern Repetition. But that's like really annoying. Okay. Okay. Peaches by the Presidents of the United States of America. Music with Your
All of
Dad by Nasty Cherry. Heavy Metal Drummer by Wilco. And Ready for the Floor by Hot Chip.
Sorry, I interrupted you when you said Music with Your Dad by Nasty Cherry. That song is so fucking good.
That song's so fucking good. We haven't even. That's what happened while like TIFF was happening.
The
Was
Gabrielle
Gabrielle
Maddie Healy thing.
Gabrielle Maddie Healy. It is literally the 2014 Renaissance. We predicted it with the last episode. Oh my god. What?
We're waiting every night to finally romantic. It just felt right. I'm sorry.
No,
I'll
it's
stop.
okay. It's okay.
No, I love that song.
Yeah.
Okay, my media time.
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm getting
I
a
think
little
what else
scared.
could it be but a jester by The Garden, because that's very thematic
Ooh,
right
that's
now.
true.
A song that really described TIFF for me was probably Hellcat Spangled Shalala, and I Don't Like My Mind by Mitski.
Damn.
Yeah. I know that's the FNAF song,
That's
the Jester song.
really, really beautiful, though.
Yeah, that's actually how I feel.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Well, guys, that's been our lives. We've been feeling crazy, like really, really crazy.
I feel normal, so speak for yourself.
Yeah, we might have to cut out a lot of that stuff about school now that I'm thinking about it more and more.
What stuff about school?
I don't know.
Nothing you're gonna see.
Nothing you guys are gonna see. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Endless, nameless.